Call the city council meeting to order. Clerk, please call the roll.
Five. Vining. Germaine. Lamore. Felder. Hayter.
Excused.
Mayor Clark.
Present. I ask we all please rise for the invocation. Remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
As we come together this evening, help us engage in meaningful discussion, allow us to grow closer as a group, and nurture the bonds of community. Remind us all that what we do here this evening and all that we accomplish is for the welfare of and in service to the citizens of Monroe.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America,
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Clerk, next item, please.
The next item on the agenda is the approval of the regular agenda.
Manager Robinson, is there any adjustments from the administration on the agenda?
Yes, Your Honor and council, I am requesting that after the action items that we add a closed session at the end of our meeting to discuss collective bargaining.
Very well. Any other items from council? Councilman Lamore?
Your Honor, I'd like to make a motion to amend the agenda to include a closed session after the public comment to discuss collective bargaining.
Motion by Councilman Lamore, supported by Councilwoman Germaine to approve the regular agenda with the addition made to a closed session. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilperson Stillgrave? Yes. Vining? Yes. Germaine?
Yes.
Lamore?
Yes.
Felder? Yes. Mayor Clark.
Yes. Next item, please.
The next item is the consent agenda, and for approval of payments, the amount should read $2,065,257.18, 2065257.18.
Thank you. Are there any items on the consent agenda that council wishes to have pulled for further discussion? Any items on the consent agenda? Councilman Lamore?
Yes, Your Honor, I just want to poll number 4803, if I could.
Other items from council? Any items from those present here this evening that you'd wish to have pulled for further discussion that appears on the consent agenda? I always explain that the consent agenda, if passed, could it pass with all the items that are on the consent agenda? I know that the agendas and information is at by the clerk's seat, and I think was obtained by those present. But if there's a specific item that you wish to talk about that's under consent agenda, now would be the time to ask to have it pulled for further discussion. Otherwise, it comes through, it gets voted collectively on all items other than one that Councilman Lamore has asked to have pulled. So I'll ask again. Any items on the consent agenda that those present here this evening wish to have pulled for further discussion? Seeing none, motion regarding the consent agenda. Councilman Felder.
Yes, Your Honor, I'd like to make a motion that all items on the consent agenda not pulled for further discussion be accepted, placed on file, recommendations carried out, and resolutions adopted.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Felder, supported by Councilman Stillgrave on the consent agenda that all items on the consent agenda, except those pulled, be accepted, placed on file, recommendations carried out, and resolutions adopted. Clerk, please call the roll.
Stillgrave? Yes. Vining?
Yes.
Germaine?
Yes.
Lamore?
Yes.
Felder?
Yes.
Mayor Clark.
Yes. Next item, please.
The next item is under presentations, communications, and public hearings. Item 4810, the Opportunity Center at ALCC 2024 third quarter report.
Okay, this is a communication. Manager Robinson, any other additional comments from it? It's presented to the council for either questions or comments that they have, but I'll ask first if there's anything additional.
No, sir, that is correct. It is just for your reference. I don't see Stephanie from MCOP here, so I think that it's a pretty comprehensive third quarter report, and I think they've done a good job.
Okay, any comments from council? If not, the communication is, we'll move forward. Clerk, next item, please.
The Next item is under council action, item 4805, scheduling of a public hearing for the amendment to zoning ordinance Battlefield zoning district changes.
Thank you. Manager Robinson, any comments before we move?
Yes, Your Honor, we're just asking for a public hearing that is for the purpose of amending the zoning ordinance. This will go in front of the Planning Commission on August 12th. And the proposed amendments will include the updating of the district name and design and lot standards and uses.
Very good. Any comments from council? If there's no comments, a motion? Councilman Moore?
Your Honor, I make a motion to schedule a public hearing regarding the proposed changes to the existing Battlefield zoning district in the City of Monroe zoning ordinance, zoning 2020 for September 3rd, 2024 at 7:30 PM.
Councilman Lamore, supported by Councilwoman Germaine, on item 4805, the scheduling of the public hearing for amendment to the zoning ordinance Battlefield zoning district changes. Clerk, please call the roll.
Griff, Vining, Jermaine, Lamore, Felder, Mayor Clark.
Yes. Next item, please.
Item 4804, resolution to revoke obsolete property rehabilitation abatement, 11 Washington Street.
Manager Robinson, any comments?
Your Honor and Council, this was in July 15th, 2013, the council approved the Oprah application for the rehabilitation of the property at 11 Washington Street that was owned by then Monroe Bank and Trust. In December of '23, the River Raisin Center for the Arts had purchased this building from Monroe Bank and Trust. And after the purchase was complete, it was realized that this Oprah was still in place. And we have now received notification from both entities that they're both requesting, which was attached to the package, they're both requesting that the Oprah certificate be removed for the building. And there's a resolution attached for your consideration.
Thank you. Any questions from council or any for administration or comments? If not, the item is up for council action. Councilman Lamore
I'm just making a motion.
or Councilwoman Germaine.
I'll make a motion, resolution to revoke obsolete property rehabilitation abatement, 11 Washington Street. Move to adopt the resolution to revoke the obsolete property rehabilitation abatement certificate for the rehabilitation of 11 Washington Street, which was approved by the City Council at the July 15th, 2013 council meeting of the City of Monroe.
Motion by Councilwoman Germaine, supported by Councilwoman Stillgrave on item 4804, resolution to revoke obsolete property rehabilitation abatement, 11 Washington Street. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilperson Steelgrave? Yes. Vining? Yes. Jermaine?
Yes.
Lamore? Yes. Felder?
Yes.
Mayor Clark.
Yes. Next item, please.
The next item is item 4800, wastewater corrective action plan, footing drain disconnection program, phase 3.
Thank you. Manager Robinson?
Yes, Your Honor, as Director Leroy is here, as we announce our next phase of what I would say is a successful footing drain program. And do you have anything you want to add to that, Barry? It's a long list of residences that we're asking for their approval. And I think it's been helpful that we had this discussion at our council meetings. We've had them at work sessions. They have been widely advertised by our communications department and our newsletters, et cetera, which is resulting in a lot of interest, which ultimately in the end is going to benefit our city with the clean water being taken out of the sanitary sewer system.
Thank you. I know that we've had work sessions and discussions at council as well and presented to the public in the newsletter, which is a very good read. So with that, if there's no other questions, a motion would be in order. Councilman Moore.
I make a motion to approve the corrective action plan footing drain disconnection program phase 3 proposal from Larry Rourke LLC in the amount of $149,000 and a total amount of $171,000 be encumbered to include a 15% contingency, authorize the Director of Water and Wastewater to sign all necessary documents related to this project, and waive the city's prevailing wage labor standard with this project.
Motion by Councilman Lamore, supported by Councilwoman Germaine on item 4800, wastewater corrective action plan footing drain disconnection program phase 3. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilperson Steelgrave? Yes. Vining? Yes. Jermaine? Yes. Lamore?
Yes.
Felder? Mayor Clark?
Yes. Next item, please.
The next item is item 4799, acceptance of SEMCOG 2025 Planning Assistance Program Grant.
Okay, Manager Robbins, I know we've presented this to council. Any additional comments?
No, Your Honor, I think it's in the May 6th meeting, you all at council gave the authorization for us to seek this grant. We did receive a $50,000 grant from SEMCOG with a $10,000 match from the city. And this money will be used for the design of the Orchard East Greenway Trail as recommended in the River Raisin Heritage Corridor Master Plan.
Very good. If there's no other comments, a motion would be in order. Councilwoman Germaine?
Your Honor. Move to accept the SEMCOG Planning Assistance Program grant, authorize the city manager to sign the necessary agreements, and the Assistant City Manager Finance Director be authorized to amend the budget for the grant and city match.
Support.
Motion by Councilwoman Germaine, supported by Councilwoman Stillgrave on item 4799, acceptance of the SEMCOG 2025 Planning Assistance Program grant. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilperson Steelgrave?
Yes.
Vining? Yes. Jermaine? Lamore?
Yes.
Felder? Mayor Clark?
Yes. Next
The next item is from our consent agenda. It's item 4803, change order citywide parks and gateway signage project.
Thank you. Councilman Lamore.
Thank you, Your Honor. And maybe I forgot about this from something we've approved in the past. I just wanted to kind of get a little bit of an update on this because in the fact sheet, it really doesn't give a detail of what we're doing here. And I like I said, it may have been something that I have forgotten about from the past, and I apologize for not doing a little bit of historical research on that. But if you give me a little bit more of a direction on this, I'd appreciate that.
Well, I think the signs, sir, that we're looking at are for the city parks, the original city park signs for each of our parks, as well as our gateway signs as you come into the city from the different entrances on the main roads into our city that we're looking for to this kind of be our base model for how we do our signs going forward. And other than that, I don't have a whole lot of detail on it because I don't have the specs with me. And our economic development director and the assistant economic development director were both unavailable today.
Okay, I guess my next question would be, so they're asking for basically an increase in the amount of what was originally asked for, correct?
Yes, an increase of $8,470.
Okay, and that's because it was under bid or under,
Yes.
okay. There was something about engineering, so basically they're talking about the construction of the signs themselves, correct?
Yes, as well as the quote from the engineers for the frame and the structural engineering of how the signs will actually be mounted and or put into the ground structurally.
So do you remember what was the original amount $41,100 or was that?
That's the original, right?
That was okay, all right. And they basically, I'm just trying to recall when we approved of this, because obviously this would have came before us before, either in consent agreement or otherwise, and I don't have it.
It appears that this was the city council awarded this contract in October 2nd, 2023 meeting
Okay.
to the Edge Group for the city parks and gateway signage schematic design
Okay,
development.
like I said, I apologize for not recalling that, but I just wanted to see, because it's quite a big increase from the 41,000. That kind of triggered my alarm a little bit. So that was the only reason I asked the question. Obviously, I don't want to slow this project down, but I just wanted, obviously just wanted to ask and make sure that it's been looked over well by the Economic and Community Development Group to make sure that nothing is, strange about it, more or less. So That was the only,
No, I think when it came down to it, when they were, because they needed certain information that I don't think Elrod in engineering knew that they had to have these certain drawings to be able to put it out to bid. And I think that's where there
would have
was
been
a
in compliance,
communication breakdown. Right.
to be in compliance with what we request.
What you requested, yes.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
That helps. Thank you much. That's all I needed.
Any other questions or comments for administration on this item? If there are none, Councilman.
Your Honor, I'll make a motion to authorize a change order for the professional service agreement with the Edge Group for the citywide parks and gateway signage schematic and design development in an amount of, or up to $8,470, and authorize the Director of Economic Community Development to execute the amendment on council's behalf.
Motion by Councilman Moore, supported by Councilman Felder on item 4803, the change order regarding city-wide parks and gateway signage project as discussed. Clerk, please call the roll.
Stilgrave?
Yes.
Vining? Yes. Jermaine? Yes. Lamore?
Yes.
Felder? Mayor Clark?
Yes. Next item.
Items this evening.
It is August, so we start with Councilwoman Stilgrave. Comments this evening?
Thank you, Your Honor. This summer's going by fast, let me tell you. Don't forget, this Thursday, we are back to Concert in the Park, and Collision 6 is the group this week, and they're pretty darn good. And that's all I have.
Councilwoman Vining.
No comment.
Councilwoman Germaine.
We have a river cleanup this Saturday, 9 to 12, at the pavilion next to the Knights of Columbus Hall in the parking lot there. Be there, get some presents, get some prizes, get lunch. Barry's not here to support me, but Andrew remembers. But Saturday, we need all the help we can get. The more the merrier, and it's bigger every year. So come on down. It's going to be a beautiful day too.
So I'll just add to that, it's Saturday, which is obviously the 10th of August, and it's from 9 a.m. till noon.
Yep.
9 a.m. till noon, and it's in the parking lot, as Councilwoman stated. Thank you. Councilman Lamore.
Thank you, Your Honor. Just want to put a shout out to our Public Safety Department. As everybody knows or should know, there was a large fire in the South Monroe Plaza that contains Kroger, and we've been in the past criticized for our lack of mutual aid at times. And I was very, very happy to see a bright red fire engine that said the City of Monroe on it in a TV, either Channel 11 or Channel 13 had our fire engine right there, City of Monroe, bright and clear. So I want to say that that's a thing of the past now. We are offering mutual aid, and we do a great job at it. And I'm very proud to say that our guys were there to serve and do their job. So kudos go out to our public safety director, our fire department. I know our police were involved in somehow, in some way. So just a fantastic job in offering that backup and assistance. So thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you. Councilman Felder.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thursday, concerts in the park. Friday, food truck Friday. Saturday, we got a river cleanup. It's going to be a fun week, guys. And then Ducky Dash is coming up on the 15th, so make sure to stop down at a DMBN business and get your tickets before that happens. That's all I got.
Very good. I guess that's me. So I just have, the cleanup's a great activity, fun family activity. We had 170 or more volunteers last year, if not more. Please come down, enjoy as a group, as individual, and help as we continue to tend to the river. There's another item. It's actually at the same time. It's on Saturday, August 10th from 9 a.m. till noon. And it's the household hazardous waste recycling event that's done through the county. It's done through the Healthy Monroe County Health Department. And it's an opportunity to drop off your hazardous waste. You'd be a county resident. And it's going to, where the place to go is at the Monroe Charter Township Hall. It's at 4925 East Dunbar Road in Monroe Township. And there's information on the website for the county health department, but it's about the recycling and green community program at the part of it. So It's a great program. Have your stuff prepared, though. Don't just have a trunk full of things. If you got a box, cardboard box, kind of put them in there. It really makes the lines go quickly. It's the last, I believe, the last for this year, the opportunity to get rid of some hazardous waste cans. And they have a whole list of things on their website of what's permissible and what they shy away from. So please take advantage of that. I want to follow the Councilman Lamore's comment on the public safety and, of course, the fire there on South Monroe and Monroe Charter Township. I agree that just to see all the trucks from all the departments that responded is what we are about, and we talk about mutual aid and automatic aid. And whether the fire's in the city or there's another hazardous item that needs multiple responses, we have these agreements in place so we can help each other and respond to a critical incident as quickly as possible. And then, of course, if there's the need to call additional personnel in from all departments. So that's the purpose. We have the agreements. So Director Tolstead, thanks for all your personnel and both the fire and police and our partners in the townships for quickly respond to that. It was a tough, hot day, and I know they took care of it well. Those are my comments for the evening, other than I'll leave what tomorrow is for the clerk treasurer regarding election.
So tomorrow's election day. It is the state primary, so all of the precincts are open in the city of Monroe, and everyone across the state will have precincts open. We encourage you to come down and cast your vote, and we'll be there from 7 a.m. until 8 p.m., and everybody in line at 8 p.m. will be able to vote. If you still have your absentee ballot, please either take it to the precinct and you're able to feed it into the tabulator yourself if you choose, or you can bring it here to City Hall, and the AV counting board will be glad to count it for you. So I think that's what I have. It's just a preview for the big one in November, and I'll be talking about that a lot. So
Yeah, there'll
we'll
be
just keep moving on tonight.
many opportunities. City Manager Robinson, comments this evening?
Yes, Ryan, I'd like to allow my time to Director Tolstead, who has an update for you on a grant.
Honorable Mayor, City Council, Clerk Lavoy, just wanted to provide an update on the grant. We came for you, I think it was about a month or so ago, for the second set of PPE from the state of Michigan. We did receive that award, $52,250. We're still working with the state on how to receive those funds, but we've already had the company come out and measure all of our personnel. I'd like to thank Lieutenant Cody Kegris, who was instrumental in getting that grant brought in for us department, and Commander Smiley as well. They did a phenomenal job receiving that grant, which is great equipment for the city as well. So I want to thank you for that, and thank you for the comments about the work done on the fire on South Monroe Street. It's great to be a part of with our community. Thank you.
Thank you, Director. Manager Robinson, any further comments?
No further, thank you.
So next is citizens' comments. So just as I always review, if there's comments from those present here this evening, just mindful of the kind of the rules of the chamber, please come forward, state your name, your jurisdiction of residence, and 3 minutes. Please step forward.
My name is Kenny Brooks. I live at 512 West 8th Street. We still have a problem on that street. We just had another accident at Adams and West 8th. Car ended up in a person's front yard. I don't know why it's so hard to ask for one stop sign at Adams and West 8th. That traffic speeds down through there. They've got to be slowed down. Now, every officer that's been to my house, to my neighbor's house, has come right out and told me that that street is absolutely too narrow for two-way traffic. And they also told me that they was, when this was in process, they was never consulted. Well, I think it would be very important for them to be consulted. They're out there every day. A week ago Friday, I had to put a mirror on my truck. Following that Sunday, I had to put a mirror on my truck. That Tuesday, I had to put a mirror on my truck. This is getting ridiculous. I talked to a lady down at Smith and West 8th, and she said she's put 4 on her car. Insurance won't pay for it anymore. They come down from Union, they come down from Mill Street. When they get by our place, they're about top speed. They tear off a Bacon. If there was a stop sign there, then that would slow them down. And I couldn't go to that first traffic meeting, but I got a thing through the mail and they didn't even discuss it. The second meeting, I come down here and I couldn't get in the building. Person on the other corner with kids, they moved out. They wouldn't even let their kids out of the house. It's ridiculous. And about a month ago, I reported to the police, 11:45 at night, somebody's sitting on Adams Street doing a burnout. You know what a burnout is? I think everybody knows what a burnout is. Got the foot on the brake and down with the gas pedal, and they sit there and just burn the rubber off. 11:45 at night.
So, Mr. Brooks, I'm going to have administration's here, public safety director's here. I see 4 or 5 things that you noted. I'm going to ask the administration to speak with the director, and at our next meeting, follow up on each of these items. One is the fact the size of the street. 2, that's never been considered. I can think back when we had these conversations, but I want to verify what we did and didn't do. And accent, I know that we've looked at that and we've not had the number of accents that are being reported, but we're going to come back with the data that we have about these items. I want to ask the administration and director to come back regarding Mearsnet. I don't know if there's been reports made on those.
Yes.
Well, then we'll have a conversation with the public safety director.
Every time I say something,
ask
I
them-
get the response, there's no evidence to your claim.
I'll ask them to come back with any reports that have been made, and we'll have the facts and information as they are, okay? Next meeting.
Your Honor,
Yes, Councilman
I
Moore.
think there was one of the requests that he had made was to have a stop sign put at Adams and West 8th Street, which would require him to go to the traffic control meetings.
Got a picture of it right here.
Okay, so I know that the traffic committee that was on a discussion, and we've offered, obviously, with the speed trailers and other items that we normally do, and which is consistent, the volume of traffic and what we have to take into consideration if there's something that's unique to this intersection. But putting a stop sign, if there's not the volume of traffic, then people don't avoid the stop sign and the crashes that occur have a tendency to be more severe. That's one of the reasons why. But I want to see the data so we know what we're dealing with as far as has been reported since the conversion to two-way. Unless council has any other thoughts. Other comments from those present here this evening? Further comments? No comments?
Your Honor, I make a motion that we go into closed session for the purpose of discussing collective bargaining.
A little more support by Councilman Jermaine to go into closed session for collective bargaining. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilperson Stillgrave?
Yes.
Vining?
Yes.
Jermaine?
Yes.
Lamore?
Yes.
Felder?
Yes.
Mayor Clark?
Yes.